Chris Baker with Baker DMM, and this is our video coaching newsletter. The topic of today's newsletter is going to be cognitive impairment and money matters. And before we jump into our discussion, I want to review with you a statistic that states that 5 million people and counting are living with Alzheimer's disease in the United States. And that number is only going to increase in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Right now, the population is 40 million for people age 65 and older, and it's expected to double to roughly 80 million in the next 20 years. So issues regarding cognitive impairment are going to increase, and that's going to make helping people, particularly seniors, manage their finances even more challenging. And this issue is not specific to the United States. I mean, this is a worldwide issue. And so I have an article actually from the Journal of Accountancy that came out this summer, summer of 2017, and it discusses some of the challenges that financial planners are facing. And when I say financial planner, I mean in a general sense, your traditional asset manager, your traditional financial planner that might have sell annuities or maybe investment products or insurance products. And at Baker DMM, we're a little bit more specific and niched in. We help people with a service that's called daily money management. And although it's a little bit more of a high-level general article for general financial planners, towards the end of this article, we can cover some of the areas where really people can prevent any misunderstanding or mismanagement or any sort of issues they might run into, hopefully, down the road if they have a cognitive impairment, and steps they can take to protect themselves. So, in going through the article, one of the key things they mention is that there are different levels, particularly with the various forms of Alzheimer's. And in this article particularly, they reference 3 different stages, stages 1 through 3, and how in these different stages, people can have different and varying levels of financial capacity. And maybe in stages 1, they can still act on their own behalf. And they might have an issue here or there recalling a certain memory, but overall, they can still do things on their own and make their own decisions. But maybe by the time they get to stage 3, more often than not, they're unable to really make decisions on their own or think on their own due to their cognitive impairment. And so really, it goes through the article and gives some questions for the advisors to think about and how they can work with their clients. And then really it gets to the point where when the client's capacity becomes diminished and their cognitive impairment is so great that really at that point the financial planner can really no longer work with that client. And they're going to need to coordinate with some other either close family member, close friend, a power of attorney, or someone else that's assisting, like a trusted friend, family, other advisor that's assisting this person in their day-to-day financial matters. And one of the last bullet points they mention is watching for undue influence, and this is geared towards the financial planner. And they go on to talk about if the planner thinks that their client's being taken advantage of by an acquaintance or family member, to step in to halt the planning process and contact someone who can advocate for the client. And they go on to mention to get to know the most responsible family members, of the family and who they are. So if you come into a situation that is not, looks fraudulent or unusual, and someone's trying to take advantage of their client, then they can reach out to those people, those trusted individuals in the network, to help get decisions made for the client. And really, so we have a problem, people that are aging with cognitive impairment, and the solution is pre-planning and really planning ahead. And I think they lightly touched on it in the article, but anybody that gets diagnosed with any sort of cognitive impairment needs to, they need to digest it, think about it, come to grips with the issues that they're facing, and then they need to go ahead and there are 3 really key main legal documents that they need to get. They need to get their durable power of attorney, they need to get their advanced health directive taken care of, and they need to get a will in place. And we're not attorneys here, but those are in general the three key documents that they should, particularly a senior, really anybody should have, but particularly seniors, they should get those lined up. And really to focus more on the durable power of attorney, that should be someone that is very trusted. The senior, the person that could potentially have a cognitive impairment or does get a cognitive impairment, they need to have an airtight relationship with that individual. And it's very challenging and it's very troubling because a lot of times up until this point, regarding day-to-day financial matters, usually a loved one of a family member, a trusted friend gets appointed to be the durable power of attorney. And the unfortunate reality and the truth of the matter is, statistically, the biggest culprits of financial fraud and elder exploitation are family and trusted friends. So it's really tough. But before the cognitive impairment becomes too great, the person, the client, the person that's going to go through the health issues, they need to think about it and they need to plan ahead. And if they feel that there's any conflict within the family, maybe they have 3 children and 2 of the children get along, but one of the kids doesn't get along with the other 2. If there's ever an opportunity for conflict or family strife or issues, the best next solution would be to hire an outside professional financial services firm to help you with that durable power of attorney. Look in your community, look for companies like Baker DMM, a professional financial services firm that has the certifications, that has the licenses, that is in business to be an independent third-party financial service provider. They're not going to manage your assets. They're not going to manage your investments, sell you insurance. They're not going to do these other general financial planning items. That's a conflict of interest if they're going to be helping manage all these other areas of your financial life and then also be your durable power of attorney. So find someone that can be a power of attorney. And again, if you can't get a trusted family member or a friend that you have an airtight relationship, that you just know that if something happens, they're going to have your best interests in heart, then you should hire a third-party professional services, financial services firm to help you. And that way, that you've got your bases covered. You've got your will, you've got your advanced health directive, you've got your power of attorney in place, and now you know that you have a cognitive impairment. You're in the early stages, but you know that as you progress, and if you get to a point where you're no longer able to make those decisions or act on your own or think on your own behalf, you have this professional advisor, this financial services firm and representative who's going to be able to step in for you and monitor your accounts, monitor your finances, pay your bills, review your mail, and help be that liaison between your financial planner, between your tax advisor, between your insurance specialist. And that way, that you have someone that's going to be protecting your interests. And it's not family. It's going to eliminate the bickering or even the issues that might come up within the family. And that you can trust these people. And that really is the preventative solution. And then that also helps the financial planner, because particularly in this article, they talk about, well, the financial planner could be liable for damages if something should happen with this person's, with their client's finances, if something was mismanaged or improperly handled. So really, even from the financial planner standpoint, this helps them because they know they have a client that has a cognitive impairment that could get worse to the point where that client's unable to manage their money. Well, when that happens, the durable power of attorney will kick into place, and then that financial planner can work with the power of attorney. And so it helps everybody in the equation. So again, the problem is cognitive impairment, and the solution is preventative pre-planning and getting a durable power of attorney in place. It's either an airtight relationship with family and friends. If you don't have that, if you just don't have those individuals in your network, you don't have family, you don't have any friends near you, then you should be hiring a professional financial services firm like a Baker DMM to help you make sure that your finances are handled properly. So if you found this information helpful or interesting, please feel free to share it with your social media channels. This could be your family, your friends, neighbors, or really whoever you might think would benefit from viewing our newsletter. If you ever have a question for me that you'd like for me to answer in one of our video coaching newsletters, you can go to our website, www.bakerdmm.com, scroll to the bottom, fill out the contact form and submit your question in roughly 300 to 400 words or 2 to 3 paragraphs, and we will review those and try to answer one of those in our upcoming newsletter. If you'd ever like to get my help personally, the quickest and easiest way is to go to our website, and we have 3 different options. You can, at the top of the page, you can obtain our phone number and call us. You can click on Request an Appointment on the button at the top, or you can scroll to the bottom of our webpage and click on the PayPal button, and you can book an immediate appointment through PayPal. And with any of these means, we will be in touch with you in 24 to 48 hours. And until then, I will talk to you all soon. Thanks.